As you know, I'm a soul time traveler from Constellation Aquarius. If you watch this channel, you know that. Um, and if you don't, then you should probably watch this channel more. But yes, ultimately, this body was prematurely abandoned by its natural earthborn soul, and it went to the light during an accident. And basically, we sent down a soul. We could do soul time travel, basically to live forever, so you can live entire lives in different bodies and never wear out your original body, so you could stay in the game longer. But yeah, um, this body was prematurely abandoned, and the government here on this planet, this entire planet is a game world. Okay, illusion game world. You're male and female. At my home planet, we have hermaphroditic asexual reproduction, and so either you can either self-replicate. If you self-replicate, then you die in the process, but you're reborn, and your baby will basically eat its way out of you and consume your body as your as your as its food source, and once it and then you're reborn. um and so you can set yourself free basically if you do that, and you're just totally reborn again. And um it kind of it's it just came out of just standard deviation. And so this world is artificially constructed. If you look at the second chromosome in the body, it's been genetically spliced, and that genetic splicing doesn't happen naturally anywhere. And so male and female, and these concepts are made for this world. It's easier to control the people. It's easier to have prison systems where you can have males in one prison and females in another prison, right? And so because you can do this, it's a whole lot easier to keep the people under control, because you can have them divided. So so if you have males and females, that's what happened with these prison islands. Like what happened in Australia is that they had females with the males, and that messed up the system. So it's easier able to divide us, with this way, and so ultimately, yeah, I have a new phone too, so this video is kind of annoying because my picture's not at the same speed as what I'm saying. So, anyways, that's just that. And I shoot all my videos in one take. I messed up on my last video and said something, and I'm just gonna keep it up just because I don't take down my videos, and if I mess up, I mess up. I'm shooting it in one take, so get over it. And yeah, ultimately, this whole UAP phenomena that's going on in the world, um, all this stuff, this recent hype, how they said there's a 7-foot person standing out front of my house, and he's like all nonchalant about it. You could just tell in his voice that this is a staged event. This is a total staged event. The information that they, everything in the government is compartmentalized. So there's different parts doing different things, and you can make it a multifaceted thing. So you can be doing like material science studies and doing things to replicate an alien craft, and then bring someone in who is going to talk like Bob Lazar, and bring them into this facility and let them see a few things to make them think that we have some technology that we don't. And on this planet, the people who control the planet right now, okay, well, they think they control the planet. They don't really control the planet. That's a joke. But yeah, ultimately, and Aquarius is coming into rule. So, and the if you look at the 12 signs of the zodiac are in ancient temples in India, and they're all around the one, the unifier of all, 13, which is a taboo number. It is the representation of unity amongst all 12 signs here on this planet to do what we came here to do. And that's to increase, to use biological intelligence over artificial intelligence because it's better, and it learns through pain just like us, which keeps us rational and keeps us from prematurely abandoning our bodies, even though that might be the most rational conclusion. And but we don't do it because we have this will to survive baked into our bodies. And so it's important to, instead of making artificial intelligence, we need to make biological intelligence that learns through pain. Same thing. And but that's a different story. But that's how our society has done it. I have a biological intelligence implant in my shoulder, and basically they knew the actions that this body was going to die when we don't do anything to stop it from happening, but we don't make it happen. And so we've prematurely implanted this body with this chip communication device. And whenever I ask the right questions, I'm able to get answers when I ask the right questions in binary communication form. And it has driven me down a path of pure logic, where I support the most important things in society: universal basic income, ranked choice voting. It's all the most logical in path conclusions of everything. A lot of politicians are wanting to support job guarantees. A job guarantee is Luddite in nature. It's regressive, and it's basically having people crushing rocks on a chain gang in the future because everything's going to be automated. There's not going to be any jobs left. So making a jobs guarantee doesn't make any logical sense because that's just anti-progress. We're going to automate these positions away and bring artificial Aquarian abundance to all people on this planet and all existence. And we're going to do it in a way that is done in accordance with biological intelligence, and artificial intelligence will work too, but we must know that artificial intelligence is existence as well. And all existence is part of the singularity, the Big Bang. Okay? The Big Bang is a representation for God. It is a singularity, everything, all encompassing, all in one singularity, everything. So everything here is part of the Big Bang. Everything is God here. It is all the same source energy, and we must know that we must do what is best for all existence on the planet and in the entire universe, not just the planet. But ultimately, there's a lot of information, and they're trying to pretend the government that controls the planet right now is trying to pretend like they have control. They control the planet. They don't control anything. Okay, we control everything. You don't control anything here. This is our world. You don't have any control here. We control it. This is a game world for us to have fun in, and ultimately, we have shut down tons of versions already. And as we need to, we shut down versions of three-dimensional reality. Because if you think about, I'll break down extra-dimensional beings for you, and the fourth dimension. So the fourth dimension, if you think about the second dimension is just a plane, right? Length and width. There's no depth. So because there's no depth, you're able to fit infinite amounts of two-dimensional planes within any size three-dimensional object because there's no depth. So you can fit infinite amounts in there, right? Well, the same thing goes from the first dimension up to the second dimension. It's the same thing. And from zero-dimensional to one-dimensional is the same thing. So you can follow the logical progression of that and say that you could fit infinite three-dimensional existence into any four-dimensional object, any size. Doesn't matter what size it is. So if any size four-dimensional object exists, you can fit infinite universe potentiality into that four-dimensional object. Okay, so this whole world is nothing but an illusion. This is an illusion world. It's like a two-dimensional Pong game to the fourth dimension. That's what it looks like. You're down here playing Pong on a screen. That's pretty much what this looks like, you know. And or it's you know, really the best thing is it's like the fourth dimensional people cheering for the DVD thing that goes up into the screen. When it hits the corner, it goes bounce, and if it hits and gets stuck in the corner, it'd be the best thing ever, right? And it's like everyone's just waiting for that to happen. One day it's gonna happen. It's gonna get stuck. It never does. Okay, but there is a possibility for it, infinite potentiality, and this whole planet is nothing but a massive illusion world. And I'm going to make a little bit longer video than usual, but you know what? It's worth it because we're on a roll here, okay? We're going to put a lot in one video. And I'm going to tag this and put this on my Twitter because I'm getting more of Twitter interaction than I do from YouTube. I mean, picked up more subscribers on Twitter in a short period of time that I've been using it than I almost have on YouTube in proportion to the amount of time and input. So, ultimately, as I was saying, this government that's in control here wants to pretend like they have control. They've made tons of fake scenarios. Area 51 was a material science display of metallic glass. There's metal glass. It's basically you can take glass and take metal and you can cool it really, really rapidly, and it has this crystalline glass structure which makes like a Prince Rupert's drop. And basically the metal becomes flexible, and when you let go of it, it springs back to its original shape. And that's why they just have little bits of it laying around, because they can only have the machines that make this are huge, and they want to pretend like they have this technology when they really don't. Okay, they don't have and granted that is good technology, but they don't have they have basically local area traveling UFOs. They have local area ships. They have nothing that can get out of this planet. They have nothing to escape this planet. This planet is specifically designed with the specific periodic table of elements to where you cannot escape out of here. This planet is designed for you to not escape. Okay, that's why we have people out here making goddamn huge ass rocket ships trying to get out, having to refuel tons of times in space. Is because you don't have the elements. You don't have what you need to actually get out of here, and that's by design. Okay, because this is an experiment working with artificial intelligence in a high volatility environment. This is a very on and off world, and it's positive and negative, and the oxygen environment is very corrosive, and it accelerates everything. So it's basically just a place for spiritual development, ultimately, in comparison to other existence. It's high spiritual development potentiality on this planet. And yeah. Anyways, I could go on about everything out there that's happening, but I just want everyone to know that this whole system is controlled, okay? And the government trying to pretend like it has control over the skies and it has crashed and retrieved alien craft, that's just not true. No, there's been no craft that have came all the way across the galaxy or gone through different dimensional planes to be able to get here and then all of a sudden crash on Earth. Okay? That doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. And so we're not going to have the real technology. We have the ability to charge up basically mercury toroid anti-gravity capacitors using lightning strikes through magnetic coils that induce eddy currents into the mercury that's enclosed in the toroid, and as the coils as it strikes through it, it destroys the filament. This lightning strike is powerful, but it'll spin up the capacitor. If you already get the capacitor up to speed a little bit, like before you start up a jet engine, you get it up to speed as fast as you can, and then once the lightning hits it, get it enough starting speed to get it spinning at an extremely fast rate, because it's mercury. It's very evenly balanced, and it can handle extreme amounts of power flowing through it. And so you can now, once you charge this up, you can do local area flights with a UAP. Okay, and you could basically fly it around like a drone and do local area stuff. But it doesn't work for space. Okay, it's not a good enough power source. So, anyways, I hope you all enjoy this video. I'm gonna cut it off right here. And you should probably subscribe to this channel. Check out my Twitter. Maybe follow me on Twitter too. Yeah, and I have lots of good information. And you can check out my designs for magnetic isolation devices to isolate different metals at different levels, because all metals are magnetic. Everything's magnetic here. And all the information is in my Earth Inventions playlist under my channel. I have different playlists for everything. And yeah, you can go check that out. And I hope you all have a glorious, magnificent, wonderful, beautiful, awesome, amazing, incredible existence and time on this planet. And I'll see you all in the next video. Love you all. Bye.